Hi, Nick at Clean PC, and today we're going to be doing a Linux distribution review for Manjaro 20.0.3 running KDE Plasma. Currently, Manjaro ranks number 2 on DistroWatch. So, a little bit about the install. Very nice graphical installer, relatively quick install, very straightforward, took about 19 minutes in total. As you can see, we're booted into the desktop right now. We're greeted with this Welcome to Manjaro. And on here, they've got links to their documentation, support, and their project. Also have their social media links down here. And if you don't want to see this at startup, just untick the box, and you can close that out. So taking just a quick look at the desktop here, you can see I changed the background. I really like this. This is one of the wallpapers that came with the distribution, and kind of cool. Has this ripple effect in the water. Really nice looking. As we can see on the bottom, we have our panel. We've got our menu button. We've got our shortcut for terminal, Dolphin File Manager, and Firefox, as well as our workspaces, Desktop 1 and Desktop 2. Over here we can show the desktop. It's our trash, notifications, our system's up to date, clipboard, sound, network. We've got a whole bunch of hidden icons, so you can see everything that's in here. Kind of cool. And we can pin those if we want. And then the date and time. So if we click on the menu, you can see we have the first section is the favorites. We'll go ahead and open up terminal. Here we can see we've got NeoFetch opening by default. We've got 4 CPU, 6 gigs of RAM, and as you can see, desktop environment is KDE Plasma, Manjaro Linux. So we're going to go ahead and just run htop. And on boot, only using about 620 megs of RAM, so fairly solid on resource usage, which is nice to see. So in favorites, you can see a couple other things that are here. We'll go ahead and go into Dolphin. And in here, we can go into downloads. I downloaded Bootstrap. And go into Docs 4.0. Look at an example. And so if we choose to open the CSS file, it opens with the text editor Kate. Pretty nice. Has color coding built in. Simple but effective. Definitely like this editor. Hadn't used it before this, but definitely a fan after kind of going through and using it a little bit. So very nice. And then also we can do HTML. By default, it wants to open with Firefox. We could open with Kate, or we could open with Ocular, but we're going to go ahead and open with Kate again. So really nice, looks good. And then just to show you, we'll go ahead and open with Ocular. And there it is down there. So Dolphin, only used it a couple times before this. Definitely a solid file manager. You can see we got our places here on the left-hand side, remote, recent, search for. I'll expand this down just a little bit. Let me full screen it. And then if we go on devices, we can see we've got our full access to our drive. So if we went into Etsy and Cron D, we could right click it again. We could open it with Kate. And there we go. So like I said, overall, fairly snappy distribution. Haven't run KDE a whole lot, but we're really impressed with how responsive it is. So down here, we could take a look at the applications. So in development, we've got our links right here. Games, we've got a link for Steam. Graphics, we got a handful of programs. Internet, there's quite a few things. We've got Firefox, KGet, our BitTorrent client, Steam, Thunderbird. Multimedia, we've got a few things. Really nice to see VLC in here. So excellent media player. If you haven't heard of it, definitely suggest you check it out. Kind of like a Swiss Army knife. Will play almost any audio or video file for you. Also does recording, which is really nice too. So under Office, they've got Ocular there as well. Settings. So in here, we've got our settings. We can go ahead, we can take a look at Add Remove Software. And you can see it'll let us browse. We've got these installed. If we wanted to, we could install these programs right here. And these are all the featured. If we clicked on the categories, we could see what's in photo and video. Also music and audio, productivity, etc. So really easy to do, nice graphical interface, very well done. You can also do package installs via the command line, but this is really nicely done by the Manjaro team. So back under settings, we'll go ahead and take a look at system settings. And really like the way they broke this down. So you can see, we can take a look at the different Linux kernels that are available and installed, our hardware configuration, and all sorts of options. The global theme under appearance. Also have styles for Plasma, application, colors, fonts, icons, workspace, personalization, network, hardware. So lots of options down here. System information, system MD. Really nicely done. Great job keeping this organized. Very easy to use under system settings. Definitely a fan. So under system, lots of options here. Dolphin, our file manager, HTOP, partition manager, our terminal, our system monitor. We'll go ahead and just give this a click so you can see it. You can also take a look at system load. Gives you a nice graphical interface. Overall, just a very nice graphically pleasing, aesthetically pleasing distribution. They've just done a fantastic job, really smooth looking. Super impressed with this, to be honest with you. I reviewed Manjaro XFCE, and I just am so impressed with what they've done with the KDE version. Just really, really nice. Again, if you want to go back to that Manjaro Hello, a couple other things down here. We've also got utilities. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Calculator comes up. And again, just a ton of stuff. One thing I do want to do is go ahead and open up Firefox. And it's nice to go to their homepage right here. Really nicely done homepage if you haven't seen it before. Have links up here. Definitely check out their forum. If you're new to Manjaro, go here. You can sign up to be a user, get some help, and after a little while, you'll be a seasoned user, and then you can log in and help other people, which would be great. Their wiki over here, which is also really nice. And just want to go back to the home page real quick. And I also want to click on donate. So if you end up using Manjaro, definitely visit the donate page if you're inclined and donate to them. It's a great distribution, and no better way to show them you appreciate it by donating if you have the ability to do that. So definitely check that out if you can. And also want to go to DistroWatch, just give them a click. And here we see Manjaro ranked number 2. So like I said, real nice distribution. Very impressed with KDE Plasma. Just can't say enough nice things about it. Just really great overall. Well done by the development team. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. Please like and subscribe.